Hello, Miles Maeda here with more modern yoga movement practice videos for you. We're continuing with the superficial front line sequence, and we're going to start on the knees, sitting in Vajrasana. Start at the back of your mat, and we will do a practice to understand how to use the front line in our camel pose first. So what we want to do is come up onto the knees. So just inhale, reach the arms up, and let's exhale and place the hands at the sacrum. So the hands at the sacrum helps us to feel the energy flowing down the back of the body. So there's a little bit of pressure forward and down with the hands. And we also want to feel a lift in the front of the body. So the way we're going to do it is by focusing on the front of the body with the support of the hands in the back. So first, feel a lift at the sternum. So lift the sternum up towards the ceiling and just get a little bit of back bend in the top of the spine and then release. So we start at the top. Now let's add the solar plexus. So the sternum lifts and slides up, then the solar plexus. So now we're back bending a little bit more and relying on the arms and hands a little bit for support. Then come to center and relax. And then the last one adds the pubic bone. So sternum slides up, solar plexus, pubic bone. And as we go back further, the pelvis releases forward. And again, we're using the arms and the hands for support. Reach your toes back behind you, grounding your legs. And then we come up, inhaling, and then exhale, relax. So when we do our camel pose, you're supporting yourself in the back, but today we're focusing on the lift in the front. So let's sit on the heels at the back of the mat so we can stretch out forward. Inhale, raise the arms up. And exhale, let's forward bend. Just put the hands on the floor. Slide them forward into child's pose, drawing the knees together. So inhale, we're going to use our front line to lift. On the exhale, lift the belly. And come into a nice rounded cat stretch. So there's even flexion in the back. Inhale, flat back. Flex your feet. And then exhale, downward facing dog. All right, we can also use our superficial front line to step the foot forward. So you can bring your nose and knees towards each other. You can lift up that left heel. And then lunge forward, foot between the hands. So we're in our nice lunge here. And we'll go into Anjaneyasana. So we lower the knee, relax the top of that back foot. And release the pelvis forward. So we're stretching the front line on the left side of the body. And then we go back. We're softening the left hip. Go forward. We keep the right heel down and we're stretching the Achilles tendon here. And then go back. Keep the toes down and now we're stretching the front line, the top of the foot and ankle. Forward. And back. And just one more. Forward, feeling the stretch in the left hip. And back, feeling it on top of the right foot. And let's go forward. And just add a little bit more stretch. So we're pulling with that right heel. The knee can go forward of the toes, that's fine. And just feel like you're pulling that left leg. And we're going in front of the kneecap, the patella. And then go back. Extend that right leg as much as you can, and let's melt over the leg. And just breathe here. Keeping the toes on the floor. And then release forward. And if you pull forward, you could easily come up in front of the kneecap, flex that back foot, and extend the leg. So let's lunge. Step back, heels up, inhaling, and exhale, heels down. Let's do the other side. So you can bring the nose and the knee towards each other, raise that right heel, So we're using our front line to curl and then step forward, feet between the hands. Anjaneyasana, so we lower the knee, relax the top of the foot. And just release the pelvis forward. Feel this stretching the front line of the right hip. And then go back. We're softening the right hip. Come forward. Keep that left heel down. We're stretching the Achilles tendon. And back, stretching the front line on top of the foot and ankle. Forward. And back. So we're working the front line and the back line together. And they work together to keep us balanced. Now forward, we'll add a little more dynamic by pulling the left heel, and it'll feel like we're dragging the right leg. And we're in front of the kneecap, and just feel like we're lengthening that right leg. And then let's go back, extend the left leg, and let's melt over the leg. So if you can, you keep your toes down, fully extend that left leg, and softening as we melt. Let's come forward in front of the kneecap so we can lift the foot, place it back down flexed, extend the leg into our lunge, and then step back, inhale, heels up, exhale, heels down. Inhale, downward dog. Shoulders down from your ears. And exhale, child's pose. Inhale, draw the knees together. And exhale, let's roll up, centering the pelvis. Just slide your hands on the floor. And now we'll do our camel. Inhale, arms come up, stand on the knees. And exhale, circle the hands in the back. All right, so we'll do it 3 times. Feel the energy flow up the front of the body and down the back of the body. The hands are at the sacrum. And you can bring your elbows close to each other if that feels okay. So first, inhale, the sternum slides up. Exhale, release to the center. Again, inhale, sternum, now solar plexus. Exhale. You don't have to go back too far, just as far as is comfortable for you. And 3, sternum, solar plexus, pubic bone, all lifting. Shoulder down, nice long neck. And then release to center. Inhale here. And exhale, sit down. All right, we'll do that sequence once more. Inhale, the arms comes up. And exhale, arms forward, hinge forward. Slide the hands on the floor into child's pose. Inhale, draw the legs together. Preparing to use our front line to lift. Exhale, the belly lifts up into our cat pose. Nice rounded back. Inhale, flat back, flex your feet. And downward facing dog. Now you can lift both heels. You can start this way and then bring the right knee and the nose towards each other and step forward. And now we're just going to do a faster dynamic Anjaneyasana. So lower the knee, relax the top of the foot. And as we go faster, we're just accessing a different quality in the fascia. It's more like a springy, bouncy feeling. And let's just do one more. And the front foot should really feel like a spring that pushes you back. Let's release forward. Big stretch in the hip. And you can pull. And then stretch back, melting over the leg. You can even feel a little lift at the right sits bone there. And then release forward again. Extend that back leg into our lunge. Inhale as you step back, heels up. And exhale, heels down. Let's do that to the other side. So you can lift your heels, bend your knees, and then bring the nose and knees towards each other. Step forward, lunge, turns into Anjaneyasana. So think about the roll of the front foot, and it will bounce and be like a spring to help you go back. So there's a little bit of a timing and a rhythm that goes with this. Let's just do 2 more. Got a little squeaky floor going on. Now let's go forward and pulling. So it feels like we're dragging the right leg. And then going back and melting. And you can stay in these melting poses a little longer. You can start to feel the tissue adhesion starting to soften. And let's come forward, flex that back foot, extend the leg, and inhale, step back, heels up, and exhale, heels down, downward dog. Inhale, extend your elbows, extend your legs, lifting at the belly, and exhale, child's pose. Draw the legs together. Inhale here. And exhale, roll up, starting with the pelvis. Feel a lift up the front of the body, going all the way to the back of the skull. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, arms around. So we're going to do it a little differently. Instead of the hands at the sacrum, you can do this with your hands at the pubic bone. So let's try that. Or it can be right at the crease of the hips, either way. So we're centering the pelvis, and often the back of the pelvis is lifting and the front is dropping. So we want to do our best to lift at the pubic bone, drop at the sacrum, and this connects the front line that goes up the legs with the front line that starts at the pubic bone. All right, so hands here helps us feel that connection. So let's start at the sternum. Inhale. Just a gentle arch back. Exhale, center. Now let's do the sternum and solar plexus. Sliding back and center. Still feel that sacrum dropping down. And then adding the pubic bone. Just going as far back as you like. And center. And then sit down. And that completes this sequence.